Welcome to the Hardcore Closer Podcast. I'm Ryan Stewman, founder of HardcoreCloser.com, and this podcast is all about helping you, the salesperson, close more sales. And look, whether you're selling cars, homes, financial services, consulting, whatever it is that you sell, this podcast is dedicated to help you generate higher quality leads, increase your closing ratios, and show you how to charge premium fees for the items you sell so you can get paid what you're worth. What up, Closer Nation? It's your boy, Stewman. Welcome to episode 98 of the Hardcore Closer Podcast, and I am so glad that you're here. If it's your first time, then you're fixing to hear me pitch you on something immediately, because that's how the fuck we roll around here. If you've been here before, you know what's coming. I'm going to ask you, if it's your first time here, enjoy the show. As soon as the show's over, give me your honest opinion. Go over to the podcast inside of iTunes, where you probably listen to this anyway, and leave me a review. Last I checked, there was 699 views. However, we get somewhere between 30 and 50,000 downloads every single month. And by the way, we really appreciate you listening to the show. And we don't pump traffic to this show either. So that's 30 to 50,000 folks like yourself hearing this right now that are listening to this on a monthly basis. It's pretty damn impressive that you guys even find us. And I'm always like, how the hell do these people show up? Where are they at? Because I want to sell you something, damn it. But today I'm going to sell you on leaving me a review. Go over to the podcast. Listen, with 50,000 people a month listening to this, we should have 5,000 or 6,000 reviews. And that's only if a small percentage of you takes action. Right now we're sitting on 700. That means there's a lot of kangarooing going on, right? Like you're not paying for things. And here's what I do know. How you sell is how you buy, right? So if you're a stingy buyer, then you'd be hard for you to be a good salesperson. Me, I'm a lay down. You want to sell me something, I'm buying it. I accidentally bought an Acura NSX this year. You know, it's just the dude sold me. Hell, I'm a lay down, buy it. It is what it is. But I'm also a very good salesperson. And I believe that if I spend money on something, I'll just go sell something else, make money to pay for it. Now, the reason I say all of that is if you're stingy with your reviews, you're going to have a hard time making sales. I'm not trying to put a curse on you. I'm just telling you the truth. Don't be lazy. Go above and beyond. Hook a brother up. I'm here hooking you up every single week. And that's it for me begging for reviews. Almost. No, here we go. Here's a review that we got just this week. It says, great podcast. You must listen to believe it. 5 stars from Today's Biz. It says, looking for motivation and no nonsense advice? You'll find it here at Hardcore Closer. I love this podcast. Share it all the time. You rock, Ryan. Your friends at LoneStar.Business. So check those guys out at LoneStar.Business. They obviously do something revolving around the state of Texas and business, if I was to guess. So appreciate that. Today's Biz 5 stars. Look, you don't even have to give me 5 stars. I'll read some bad motherfucking reviews on here. It'd be like celebrity tweets on the Jimmy Kimmel show or whatever it is. I ain't scared of that shit. But listen, my job's not to fucking get bad reviews. My job's to get good reviews. If I continue to give you the content that you want to listen to and you show up every week, just hook a brother up, right? Just hook it up, leave me a review. All right, before we jump into this episode, today's going to be a good one, right? Before we jump into this episode, I want to let you know that Funnel Closer is available for $997. That's right. We cut the price by 50%. It's like a flash sale that we got going on. So get over to funnelcloser.com. Look, I'm going to tell you this. We've got a guy right now that's in the program is doing $50,000 a month in new business every single month. And the way that I teach in the program, he's keeping a large majority of that. We got another fella in the program that had no prior technical experience whatsoever, never even bought an info product in his life. He's doing $25,000 a month recurring income. And he hits me up the other day and he says, Ryan, I got this huge problem. And I'm thinking, oh, shit, did your business stop coming in or whatever? He's like, I can't find enough people to hire. I got another dude out of Las Vegas who I met through Marshall Silver, and he's scaling this thing to $1 million a month. And these are guys that previous to finding out that this Funnel Closer program existed, didn't even know that this was an option. Like I have changed these folks' lives, and the program's only about 90 days old. So you're listening to this, you're able to get in on the early stages of a huge .com bubble. You might say, what the hell is Funnel Closer? Funnel is a website 2.0. Like traditional websites say, hello, sir, welcome to my website. Here's my address. Shall you want to contact me? A sales funnel says, give me your information, fool, or you ain't coming through the door. And the difference is the one that tells you to give me your information, fool, get your name, email address, and phone number. Because listen, here's what I know. According to The Economist, Data is a more valuable asset than oil. And here's the thing about data. You don't have to have a big ass machine and a pump and a drill and all these other things to get it out of the ground. Data just comes from thin air, people offering you stuff, offering you their information in exchange for value. And that's exactly what sales funnels do. And the average website costs about $20,000. You could go out and sell a sales funnel for $2,500, just 10% of the cost. You could pay somebody from our closer board, which we have like a Craigslist of technology. You don't even have to learn how to build the damn things. And they'll build it for about $500. You can keep $2,000 in commissions on every sale. Listen, last month I sold one for $30,000. I didn't want to do the work. The guy paid $30,000. I sent it over to my people, my outsource deal. They cut me back a check for $8,000. I got paid $8,000 to have one sales conversation that took me about 30 minutes. And the guy that bought the $30,000 funnel is fucking ecstatic because it's spitting out leads exactly like he wanted them. Just the other day, we have, actually, it's not just the other day. For the last 3 weeks, we've consistently brought in $25,000 per week selling these funnels. And Pat and I, we do them as well. We practice what we preach over here, by the way. And Pat and I have been killing it. We're going to have a $100,000 month this month just from selling funnels. And don't let us be your only examples. I just gave you a bunch of other folks that are examples. You can see all of the testimonials and everything at funnelcloser.com. You can watch the webinar and find out more about it. Listen, you need to get in on this. For $1,000, I'm giving you a business in a box that you can go out there and make fuck you money with. My McLaren. I drive a fucking McLaren on the weekends, right? Like that's how cool it is because of this funnel. But the license plate on my McLaren says funnel closer because me selling funnels bought that fucking car as a side hustle. That's my main hustle is Break Free Academy, right? Where we teach people ads, we teach people marketing, we teach people how to speak from the stage, how to sell on social media, how to set up sales funnels, all that stuff. That's my main bread and butter is Break Free Academy. Funnel Closer, it's a Closer Marketing's name of our company, is a side hustle that we do just for a very specific niche, the real estate niche. And we have a very specific one only package that we sell. And that has allowed us to make $100,000 in sales this month. And we'll do it again next month. And that's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to make, $1.2 million this year. It may sound like a lot to you, but when you think big, you always got to be thinking big. Big things happen. So go over to funnelcloser.com, see what the fuck I'm talking about. And give me an opportunity, man. Invest in yourself. Do the work. You will fucking crush it, man. This is like, it's like, I won't say shooting fish in a barrel because then your prospects would be dead if they were the fish, right? So it's more like dipping a net in a barrel and pulling them out. That's what it's like. Because businesses need this shit. And it's 1/10 the cost of what they're used to paying. And it's fucking better. How often do you get to pitch that? It's cheaper, faster, and better. How often do you get to, how often is that even fucking true? But in this case, it is. But all right, enough high pressure funnel closer sales. Get your ass over there, funnelcloser.com. All right. Let's jump into the episode here. The other day I was talking to a friend of mine and he's like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to work in sales after seeing you all these years doing your thing in sales, man. Fuck, I hate my job. I'm going back into sales. And he's like, so what would you do if you were starting all over from scratch and hitting the sales floor? And I thought, you know what, man, that's an interesting question. You should check my podcast in 3 or 4 days and you can find the answer. No, I'm not like that. I might be. But anyway, so here's the thing. I started thinking about his question. It's like, what would I do if I didn't have a following? If I didn't have money to spend on ads? If I didn't know sales funnels? Like if I was to go back and start in the real estate / mortgage / insurance / car business, and I was just to hit a sales floor somewhere, whether that be a cube or a true floor, what would I do? And I thought number one thing that I would do is I would text my clients instead of call them. And people have laughed at me for years. And I have laughed all the way to the bank for those same years. Because I know the numbers, folks. It's just as simple as you need to make it. I know the numbers. The numbers are 90% of phone calls go unanswered. However, 90% of text messages get read. Which fucking side of that deal would you rather be on? And so what if people get pissed off that you text them? People get pissed off that I text them. They want to use my app for free, and then they get mad when I text them advertisements. And I'm like, listen, kangaroo motherfuckers, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I mean, you can, but then that's like, it leads to diabetes. You get a foot cut off. It's a whole fucking road that you don't want to go down. Don't be greedy, right? But that's that. People are going to bitch no matter what. When you send out a mass email, people bitch. When you send out a mass voicemail, people bitch. When you put an ad on Facebook, people bitch. When you put an ad on Google, people bitch. People are fucking assholes. And you can't let the few people are assholes, right? The numbers don't lie. The majority of people are cool. They just don't fucking say things because cool people ain't got shit to say. It's the assholes that are the loudest. And that's in every segment, not just in business. So there's always going to be somebody bitching about you text them. But hey, at least at that point, that gives you an opportunity. If they reply, that gives you an opportunity to open dialogue. Oh, I'm sorry, but while I've got you. So I use an auto texting service. And there's tons of them out there. I'm not going to list any. I use it through my Card Tap app. You can get the Closer app, Hardcore Closer app, by texting the word closer to 44222. And you get the app for free on your phone. And inside that service, they have an auto texting because you're going to opt in. And every now and then, I don't text every day, but every now and then I'll text you. But if I was on a sales floor and I was taking leads, I'd be texting. If I had take ups and the ups didn't buy, I'd be texting them follow up and emailing them, but I wouldn't call them unless they wanted me to talk to them. Because the numbers don't lie. If 90% of the people read texts but don't answer phone calls, that just says that you need to sell where people want to be sold. It says that they don't want to fucking talk on the phone. They'd rather text. Do that. I see a tweet the other day, and a gentleman that's probably about my age, probably about 40 years old, been in sales for a long time, great salesman, talking about how he made 3,000 dials from his dialer for the day, 8 hours of dials to have 1 hour and 38 minutes worth of dialogue. Fuck that. Fuck that. And that's with the dialer. Fuck that. You know what I would do? I send one motherfucking text message, kick back, smoke a joint, and wonder what the fuck this dude's got a headset making dials on all day for. My leads are going to come in. I'm going to get inbound leads. But here's the thing, and I'm not knocking that guy. I'm just saying times are changing. And if I was to get on the sales floor today, I'm not going to come in there with some old school shit. I'm going to think, okay, this is how people are communicating in 2018. It's like goddamn Jetsons weren't even around yet, right? Like we've surpassed the Jetsons. And here it is, 2018. People communicate differently. I'm going to embrace that. I'm not going to go against it. Number two, if I was in a place that didn't give me any leads, I'm not going to cold call. I'm going to go mine leads on social media. You might say, what do you mean mine leads on social media? Well, there's actually a blog post from our Whiteboard Wednesday just a couple of days ago. You can look it up at hardcorecloser.com/blog. And it shows you 7 ways to generate leads from social media. It's a video that I made, and it'll show you 7 different ways and 7 different strategies that you can get free leads from social media. Listen, the world, let me repeat, the fucking world is on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. The world is on those sites. Your job is to go on those sites and find out who it is that can do business with you and then recruit them to do business with you. It's real simple. If everybody's on Facebook, if that's where your prospects are at and that's where the demographic that you're in, why would it make sense to cold call people when they're not going to answer 9 times out of 10, but they're going to see your messages on Facebook, and you can even track and see the little bubble move down and let you know if they've read it or not. That you say, well, I don't have a following on social media, but there's people that do, and you can go engage in their comments. Look at Gary Vee. Look at Grant Cardone. Look at my page. We get lots of comments on our videos, on our pictures, on our websites, on our links that we post. There's people on those sites that you can have comments with, dialogues with, connect with, and ultimately sell your shit to. So there's influencer pages you can interact with. There's events, right? If Tony Robbins is having a event in your area, or if there's a Break Free Academy going down and you join the event on Facebook, there's going to be like-minded people in there that you can connect with. Same thing goes for groups. And the list goes on. Check out the blog post that we talked about, 7 ways to get leads from social media, even if you have less than 500 followers. Number 3, I would hit up past clients on social media and ask for referrals. And when I say past clients, you say, well, this says you're new to the sales floor, right? But somebody's done business with me somewhere before. If a motherfucker bought a Snicker from me when I was selling door-to-door Snickers for the Boy Scouts, I'm calling them up on social media. I'm going to send them a direct message, and I'm going to ask them, who do they know? that wants to buy a car, mortgage, insurance, real estate, house, whatever. Be like, remember that Snicker bar I sold you? Awesome. I'm selling cars now. What's up, dog? The world's worst sales pitch, right? Who you know that needs a car, homie? But for real, when I started brand new in the sales floor in 2011 in the car industry, I don't even know what fucking engine's in my truck. I don't know anything about it. I know it's a 5.0. I don't know what fucking slang is or any of that shit. The only reason I know it's 5.0 because it says it on like the sticker thing. And on the side of the truck, right? And so I don't know anything about cars still. And I sold Fords back then. But I go hit up everybody that I'd done a mortgage for. And I said, hey, I'm over here selling cars now. If you know anybody who needs a Ford, fuck these people. I'll show you how to rip them off. That was my pitch. They loved it. People come in, want to do business with me. Did I fuck the dealership over? No. I was top producer every month. And did I fuck my friends over? Hell no, I did them good. I made it a win-win situation for everybody because I'm an honest salesperson like that. But I gave them that competitive edge because they got a man on the inside. Everybody needs a man on the inside. You know what I mean? Number 4, I'd make videos on how my product worked and send them out. I've done this for mortgages, for cars, for real estate. Just take your phone out, record how your product works. When I was selling cars, and we'll go to that, there's this system called Sync that Ford has. And Sync is like, this is in 2011. So this was like some futuristic shit. You could do voice commands and all this stuff like Alexa does now. And I would just take my phone out there. Actually, it was a little camera that I had bought from Walmart. And I would record because phones didn't have very good cameras back then. And I would record myself doing the voice commands. And I would call my friends with weird names and the thing would pick it up and dial it. And I would send that video to people showing them how awesome our system was. Then I even have a video of me going out to grab one of the cars off the used car lot that was like a Chevrolet voice activated system. And the motherfucker couldn't pick shit up, right? And I send that out, showed them how our cars look better, how our stuff, because I was a firm believer in it. And I made videos that demonstrated in reality, like, here's what you want. This car looks great. Check out this fucking bonus, the software. And they loved it. They ate it up. And they knew what to expect when they got there. Hey, you think you can do the voice thing in it again? They didn't need a walk around. I had already given that to them in video. They were ready to come pick up a car. They just needed the color and the inside combination. Number 5, I would network with online influencers in my market. And by that, it's like my buddy Dustin Black. We call him, he's got the black magic, right? Like, he's the best networker I know. I've said that on this show several times. He is the best networker I know. And what he does is he goes and he finds the influencers in a market and he caters to them. He networks with them. So let's say that he's got a moving company and he knows that the influencers are the real estate brokers because the real estate brokers dictate to the real estate agents what companies and stuff that they suggest they use. So he goes and networks with some of the most powerful real estate brokers in the Metroplex here in Dallas, right? I watched this all unfold over 5 years before my eyes. And he doesn't just go beg them for business. He throws concerts, he throws events, he gets to throw in tons of fucking charity work and all this other stuff that they're interested in. He meets them on their common ground and he networks with them, and then they send him an ass ton of referrals. You can duplicate that same process. Maybe you say, well, I don't have money for an event or a concert or whatever. Go work at one that they want to do. If their chances are the influencers are having events and all this other stuff too, go work for free at it. Go volunteer to help them. Go get involved with whatever charity they're involved with. But if I was to hit a sales floor, I would do some unconventional shit, but I would whip 99% of the fucking people, if not 100% of the people, even the ones that had an established business, I would whip their ass in sales. Why? Because while they're doing conventional shit that people have been taught subconsciously to ignore because it's most likely a sales pitch. Oh, I don't know this phone number equals sales pitch. Oh, this phone number is not saved in my phone. Sales pitch. Oh, this email address isn't one I recognize. Sales pitch. Like the public is not stupid. The public is your friend, your wife, your husband, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. That's the fucking mass public we're dealing with. The same habits you have when it comes to communicating are the same habits everyone else has. But for some reason, most salespeople think when it comes to sales, you have to be a certain way. No, you have to be the same way your prospects are. I don't give a fuck if I was selling high-end stocks to multi-fucking millionaires, billionaires even. I still text them, motherfuckers. Still text them. And they would still do business with me too. You know why? Some fucking hardcore closer, sir. All right. Now, number one, use an auto text service. So listen, phone calls are dying. I don't care. You want to argue, go fucking look up the stats at AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, like fuck. Argue with me. Go argue with them. Go argue with their fucking eggheads that have crunched fucking bazillion gigabytes of fucking data, right? I don't even know what bazillion. It's so fucking big. I don't even have a fucking word for it. I just be making shit up. You see what I'm saying? Go argue with them because I'm telling you the facts don't fucking lie. The next thing I would do is I'd mine leads on social media. I ain't cold calling people. That shit's dead. So I'm going to mine leads on social media. The third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit up past clients on social media and ask them for referrals. Direct message them on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever the case. Say, who do you know? How can I help them? Number four, I'm going to make videos. And videos are twofold. One thing I didn't mention is videos also allow you to SEO, right? You can optimize your videos on YouTube to where when people go and look for Ford Sync system, they find you, which drives more traffic to your dealership. Same thing for mortgages, real estate, whatever the case may be. Number five, I'm going to network with influencers online, right? I'm going to meet them online. Maybe we transfer offline, maybe not, but I'm going to network online with influencers in my market so that eventually I can use them as a referral source too. And guess what? I'll build a big ass pipeline with these 5 simple steps. So can you. It's up to you though, whether you believe you can or you can't. You're right. Be sure to head over to elevatortothetop.com. Grab a free copy of my best-selling book on sales. You're going to love this book, man. This book is full of practice. It's not one of those motivational books. It's just like this podcast. It's like, here's shit that you can do to get shit done, right? That's what you're looking for in a sales book anyway. It's got some scripts. It's got some emails that you can swipe, but it's practical. It's shit that you can put into action immediately. Other than that, you can check out all the past episodes at hardcorecloser.com. Make sure you go over there. And while you're there, send me a direct message. Let me know what's up. Let me know if you like the show or not, and we'll give you some free stuff as well. You'll see that option when you head over to hardcorecloser.com. And until next week, Closer Nation, keep on closing.